Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sonja J. And as you can see from the title, this is going to be a little bit of a controversial video. I'm going to try to make this video quick. I say that all the time, but I really am going to try to make this video quick. But you can tell this is controversial, yet this is also a little bit of a rant video, more specifically an opinion video. I know a lot of y'all probably not going to agree with me. Some of y'all may agree with me, and that would be great. But I know some of y'all also aren't going to agree with me, or you're going to think that I'm probably making this a bigger deal than it is, whatever. But I get my opinion. I'm going to show you guys the screenshots of the actual live so you can see for yourselves. You know, of course, I have to cover things because obviously restrictions, something Boosie knows nothing about. So clearly you can see, like in the first photo, this is a black female, you know, showing all her tits and her breasts and everything that she can show. I had to cover that. And then this same black female then goes to show her whole pussy, the entire thing. I had to blur that out as best I could. You know, and then we have, you know, females here, more pussy. And then you have, you know, females eating pussy on live, you know. And I mean, we're going to get into my opinion, but I just want it to be clear. I guess Boosie did say he was going to give $1,000 to any bitch who wants to show their pussy lips and their tits and all the shit. I don't think he actually gave anyone $1,000 though. But we're going to get into that. Also, in this video, I'm more specifically focusing on black women, black men, you know, the black community, because I'm a black woman, so I really care more about my community. Also, I am aware that there were a few Hispanic women. I don't know if it was multiple or just one. I don't know. I didn't watch the lives. I don't really care. But I am aware that there wasn't only black women that were participating in this. But for the most part, it was mainly black women. Also, the videos I seen of women showing pussy and tits, it was black women doing it. So I'm more so focusing on these women. So yeah, let's focus on ourselves and then let other people focus on what they've got going on, okay? Let's focus on ourselves. And in this video, I'm giving accountability to everybody. Like I say, I give it to who needs it. And our whole community needs it because y'all really thought this shit was funny and cute. Didn't Boosie just say, like, not too long ago that he's not here for gayness? I mean, don't quote me because that's not his exact words, but basically he's not here for gay men and the whole LGBTQ community and, you know, gay people, more specifically like gay black men and stuff. They help like ruin the community. I mean, I don't remember if those were his exact words, but that was basically what he was saying. And he wasn't here for the fact that Dwayne Wade was like just really, you know, advocating for his now daughter. You know, and he was saying how that's like a disgrace to the families or whatever. But like, you're glorifying two bitches eating pussy on live. Isn't that gay? Two women being with each other is gay. It's considered being gay, but the correct term is lesbianism for women. With men, two men fucking, two men being together is considered gay. And it's the same thing. But it's cool for two women to eat pussy on live as long as Boosie gets to see it for the little $50 that he gave him. Yeah, like hypocrisy, double standards, like Boosie, let's get into the video. So this is my thing, right? As I just posted and showed you guys like the little pictures, well, screenshots of the actual live video that was playing live on Instagram. Okay, it's like this. I understand, because I know y'all gonna come for me. Some of y'all that are either stans and gonna just, you know, say he can do whatever he want, period. Okay, whatever. And some of y'all gonna come for me and try to say like, oh, he's grown. The people in the video are grown, and people are bored. No one could go out, so it's not a big deal. Get over it. Lighten up. I know y'all gonna say that. I get it. Okay, but this is why I can't just lighten up when shit like this happens. My thing is just like, why do we always want? And I'm talking to my people. Why do we always want to represent ourselves in low down, ratchet, hood rat ways? Period. I'm calling it what it is. Call it what it is. And like, listen, I'm all for being sexy. I'm all for women, more specifically black women, being able to explore their sexuality, being able to have sex with women, men, whoever they want to have sex with, and, you know, not be judged for it as long as they're being responsible and safe. But it's like, there's a difference between, you know, having your own sexuality and being responsible and safe, and just purposely being reckless with it in a way that influences thousands of people, more specifically younger girls, to think it's okay to go overboard with it. And that's what this live was. And I'm trying to use words where I'm not being offensive, because it's like, I don't want to call them, you know, degrading words, because I don't want to say that. But however, when you do certain like things like this, it's very easy for men to look at women this way. Now, I'm not saying that women shouldn't be able to be sexy or sexual just because men already look at us as sexual objects, because that's going to happen regardless. But when women, more specifically black women, do reckless, promiscuous shit like this, that's a negative influence. It's not a positive influence on black women's sexuality. This is a negative influence, and I'm gonna tell you why. But when you are portraying a negative influence on black women's sexuality, it gives it a harder chance for black women to be openly sexual without being judged. Like I said, there's a difference between being tasteful with it and just living your life, but, you know, just doing your thing behind closed doors, and then just being like, hey, I'm gonna just be a porn star and post Instagram lives of my pussy every night. Like, there's a difference. And not saying that, I mean, and maybe, I don't even want to get into that because that's a whole nother video, but if we're being realistic, any person, more specifically woman, that's in porn is usually in porn because they were violated sexually or in some type of abusive way in their younger childhood, and they grew up thinking that all they're good at and good for is sex, so they decided to get paid for it. And you can say I'm wrong, but look up every female porn star you know, look up their history, and in almost, at least, because I've looked up some female porn stars, and almost every female porn star I've looked up, both white, black, Asian, whatever, in their bio, it'll tell you they've had a history of sexual abuse as they were a child. Another stories. Accountability. I told y'all, I give accountability out to everyone who deserves it, not to just black men who act trash. Also to black women who act trash, any race of people who act trash, anybody, period, who is being trash, who get the accountability that they need when it is given. And the reason why this is a negative influence, and the black women in these videos need to take accountability for it, and not even just the women in the videos, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but also the women who are, what's the word I'm looking for, encouraging this behavior, both from Boosie and women like this. Y'all all need to take accountability, because and we're going to talk about that, hold on, but this is a negative influence because you're basically allowing everyone to think it's okay to treat you like nothing more than a sex object on an Instagram live for thousands of people to see, just for $25. Okay? That's the part that was killing me. It wasn't like they were doing this and they were getting paid. Like, it was like, all right, you know, Boosie was like, hey, look, I'm looking for some hot strippers and some hot porn stars in the area or whatever online who wants to collab with me on Instagram Live for 2 hours and I'll pay you $2,000 or whatever. We want to see some pussy and ass. But, you know, it's a collab, so I'll give you a couple G's. Or not even if it wasn't going to be a couple G's, okay, 500. Bitch, at least like 200. Bitch, you was showing all your titties and all your pussy for $25. $25? Like, that's what really bothered me. Because it's like, it just shows how low can you go? Ayy. How low your self-esteem is. I would have been, you know what, to be honest, I still would have been like, this is classless, but I would have at least respected it if y'all was online doing this for like 2 G's. $500. You was showing your whole, like, bitch, the whole, like the whole thing for $25. Bitch, you could have made a fans only page and got more than that. And you didn't even have to show your shit. You could just got a really nice, sexy lingerie shit with a good push-up and a good pose. And bitch, you would have been getting like, you know, $20 a month per person. That could have easily paid your bills. $25? And it's not even just like it was sent to Boosie only and he personally seen it. It's like this is a live. So thousands of people now have screenshots of your ass, titties, and pussy. And you're okay with that, clearly, so whatever. But the fact that people, you black women, accountability, are encouraging it, you can't be mad when your daughter is doing this shit. You can't be mad at her because you're encouraging. You think it's funny. You think it's cute. Get it, girl. Ha, 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 Boosie's funny. How he said, eat the pussy for C murder. That's funny. And it's cute. Okay, it's funny. And listen, if you think it's funny, you can. Because just like I have my opinion that I think this is trash, you could have your opinion that you think this is comical, funny, and cute. But if your daughter grows up eating pussy on live for C murder, or she's showing all her tits and all her whole pussy clit, you can't be mad because you thought that shit was funny and cute. Like, I'm just saying, everything I just said is accountability for both black women and black men, but more specifically black women because you guys are the ones on here encouraging it more and also on the live showing your pussy and titties. Like, it's ridiculous. And listen, black men, like, y'all think this is funny and cute too. And like I said, if you think it's funny and cute, that's fine. But you cannot get mad if your daughter grows up and does this shit because you encourage it. And then y'all get, like, it makes no sense. Like, you can't eat your cake and then, no, wait, what is it? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Even though that sounds really stupid because in real life, you do actually cut a slice of cake and then you eat it. But how the saying goes, you can't have your cake and eat it too. So, but a lot of people think that's how it works. And you get away with it for a little bit. That is true. But after a while, because we live, well, not all of us, but some of us gets to live a good life and live for good years. After a while, that good shit starts to go away and everything that you fucking did in the past or the fucked up shit you did comes to bite you. And sometimes it may not bite you personally, but it'll get your kids or your grandkids and it'll hurt you because they have to hurt because of you. It's just like, it kills me. And it's like, we complain about, you know, we want respect from our men. And I still think we deserve it. So I'm not going to sit here and say just because there's black women on here doing this that they don't deserve respect. I'm not going to sit here and say that. But I'm just saying this is going to be something they're going to use against us, the black men who feel like we don't deserve respect, or any people, race of people or women, whatever, who feel that black women don't deserve respect. This is going to be the type of shit they're going to use against us to say, see, y'all ain't nothing but bitches and hoes anyway. Y'all don't respect yourselves anyway. Like, even in the comments I seen, most people were commenting, were black, of course, and most of the black people, both women and men, were laughing, thought it was funny, cute, whatever. But I did see a few black men. I didn't see any black women say anything against this. I probably was like the only one that was like, but I seen a few black men say stuff like, y'all call yourself black queens, like just saying, kind of referencing the fact that like we want to be respected as queens, but look at the shit that we do. And even though those few black women that I showed that did that shit wasn't a representation of all black women, but still, because we're a minority and because we already have such fucked up stereotypes, we keep forgetting that when we do one fucked up thing, if it goes viral, it kind of helps represent us negatively. Again, it helps put more negative points on the stereotype that's already out there. So, there's that. And I'm trying to understand why his lives were even up, because I remember I seen on Instagram, like, first off, Instagram claims that they're strict with, like, nudity rules and stuff, but you have bitches, whole bitches eating pussy and showing their pussy and hella shit on fucking his live, and it didn't get shut down, taken down, or nothing. Like, I mean, I don't know if it eventually got shut down, but I know when I first seen it up there, like, because I seen it on Facebook, and then I went back to look to see if it was still there, and it was. Like, and I was like, damn, nobody's reporting this shit, or Facebook, I mean, Instagram just really don't give a fuck, or is it a celebrity thing? I honestly don't understand why Boosie, I mean, I will say this, his music isn't popping like that, like, well, I'm gonna be honest, it never really was. I mean, he had hits, don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna hate on him. He had hits, like, he had a few hits, but his music ain't popping like the way it used to be when he first came out, and his shit ain't selling the way, he's not, like, mainstream the way he could have been, you know? So I guess you could say there's that, but at the same time, like, people do still kind of support him and think he's funny, and honestly, like, I just feel like he's so disrespectful, and he has such toxic masculinity vibes, like, I can't deal. And it's not even just saying that just to say it, but I mean, like, there's been so many, like, interviews and lives and just videos, footage of him saying so much shit that's just detrimental to women, that's disrespectful to his own baby mama, his own daughter, like, and y'all support that, but I'm not surprised. I mean, look at the world we live in, look at our community. I'm not surprised. I'm just like, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, I had to say something about it because I'm an opinionated ass bitch and I don't give a fuck. So.